just because you are a member of Congress does not give you the free pass to commit a crime. Nobody's above the law, right? That's y'all slogan. First, we're going to have Alina Habba here reviewing the facts of this situation since Baraka has been released. New Jersey, man, what's going on? Let's go ahead and dive into this first clip for y'all.
End of it when we go home tonight. The fight continues. It will continue until we correct the course that we are on.
Boo-hoo,
We are
boo-hoo.
going to leave here, and we are going to where they are holding the mayor.
Okay, I think we've heard from all of them. A very emotional Robert Menendez Jr., and there were descriptions of assault that happened to these three individuals. At the moment, they appeared to be okay as they were railing against this ICE detention facility and their treatment there. Alina Habba, a U.S. attorney in New Jersey, joining me again. So, Alina, you heard their descriptions of what happened. They said that the mayor was outside the fence and that he was taken away by 20 armed individuals and that they were all intimidated by federal officials on this property. What do you say?
I'm going to say the truth and correct them. I'm sorry that you're trying to politic this. Let me be very clear. You're right. Congress people have the right to investigate, and we allowed them in, number one. Number two, the mayor was actually inside the facility, was warned, was asked to leave several times, more than once, refused to leave, was put under arrest inside the facility, walked out when he was told he was under arrest, and then was cuffed. That is what happened. Lucky for our team in HSI, who I stand behind, who many people don't understand, the Department of Justice encompasses that. They did absolutely everything correct. If you look at these individuals' Twitter accounts, they have been openly saying they are going to go in. There is a reason these Congress people are standing out there running amok and running their mouths as usual. But however, I will tell you this. The mayor was inside, was told he was going to be under arrest inside when he refused to leave after several obligations, several notifications that he should remove himself, chose not to do so, and then was placed under arrest when he walked out of the facility. So while I love the scheme, the game, and the tactics of these individuals that are perfectly fine and were not touched, I will say very clearly, the mayor
They were
did not
not
have a right to be
assaulted,
there.
these three individuals? None of them were assaulted?
Does it look like they were assaulted, Martha?
No, they looked
Does it
fine.
look like
But I'm asking, you know, in terms of what happened in there, you know, it is very striking, especially after having read the list of at least some of the people who are in this facility. And
Right.
I'm trying to figure out exactly what they are doing to protect the people of New Jersey.
It's called grandstanding, unfortunately, Martha. And when you break the law, there's no grandstanding that will help you. Period. The end.
Alina Habba, the interim U.S. attorney.
Alina Habba, she was not having it today. I appreciate her laying out the facts of the situation. And I asked, why do we always do that in the middle of that? Because I'm going, we always do we ain't gonna da-da-da-da. We do the barking and all that. You need to leave. Hey, leave. Hey, leave. Hey, leave. Hey, leave. Hey, leave. You know what I mean? We just barking and barking and barking. And as soon as you hear you're under arrest, it's like, oh, okay, I'll leave. Is you're under arrest like the new term for you should leave? Some people just, but I'd love to see how Baraka himself tried to spin it. Benny Johnson posted immediately after being released from custody. Newark Democrat Mayor Baraka jumps on CNN to accuse U.S. Attorney Alina Habba of lying.
Had there been warnings? What had happened?
Well, absolutely not. I mean, we could. The reality is, Alina Habba wasn't there. The U.S. attorney wasn't there. She doesn't know what happened. Clearly, that is not the context of what happened. I was there for over an hour in that space, and nobody ever told me to move. I was in there for over an hour. Not a single person, not an officer from ICE, not any of the security guards. Nobody told me to leave that place. Somebody from Homeland Security came in the end and began to escalate the situation, and we wound up being where we are today. And that's, frankly, the extent of it. I didn't go there to break any laws. I didn't break any laws. I was there as the mayor of the city, exercising my right and duty as an elected official, supporting our Congress people, preparing for a press conference that was supposed to happen there. I did not enter that place unlawfully. I did not break any laws. And so all of that is incorrect. So she was not there. So she should get some better information.
How did it get so heated? I mean, you can watch this playing out, and we see you, and everyone starts shoving. People start.
Better be careful what you wish for. It's a lot of footage out there. It's a lot of footage. Somebody wrote.
Have there been
Gunther,
warnings? What did
Gunther wrote? He deserves max punishment. Is that like what Jill was saying about the nasty book that's coming out about Biden? Those people weren't in our bedroom. They don't know how hard he worked as a president. That was from Marine vet mom. But nah, dog. No one is above the law, including the Democrats. If you break into ICE facility or obstruct their work in any capacity, they have the right to arrest you immediately. Oh man, you're going FA and FO. But moving on, he's still on this victim campaign, I would call it, where he's now facing, obviously federal trespassing charge, and he says he will confer with his lawyers on possible legal action. Claims they completely violated my rights.
In a day that's really outraged a lot of people, including myself, have you thought about taking any legal action in light of what took place today and what happened to you?
Well, I mean, we're going through this process now, and obviously I will confer with my lawyers to figure out what's the best pathway forward on this. I think they completely violated my rights. I'm the mayor of the city. I have the right to go anywhere in this city, particularly in places where I think our laws are being violated. I went on up on in a driveway with our healthcare inspectors and our fire inspectors early on, and we've been doing that for the last couple of days. They've been ignoring us. And actually the Congress people who have oversight on this went onto the property and tried to get inside, and they made them wait over an hour, and they never got in. Never.
They mentioned that, and one of the things that the congresswoman I spoke with alluded to is that she thinks they were tipped off, that perhaps they were tipped off to you coming. I don't know. Of course, this all needs to be looked into, but the nature of your arrest with masked members of ICE just felt, and we've all seen the video, I mean, incredibly suspect, just watching it.
It was terrible.
Go.
They obviously targeted me. It was more. I wasn't the only one out there. They came directly to me, right? And tried to arrest me. No one else, me. And so I honestly believe, I was targeted there.
Targeted. I always want to play the victim card. You see what I'm saying? He's claiming that he was not asked to leave, or whatever the case. But of course, the other side is saying he was asked multiple times, and then once he once they tell him he's under arrest, he decides to remove himself. Now he's claiming that they violated his rights, and he's saying he's being targeted. Completely missing the fact that, hey, if you're the mayor and you're the one that's leading the charge, so to speak, why would they? Yeah, and they got more footage, man. I can't even show the footage. I'm just saying, it's footage out here to prove and debunk that. Now, LaMonica how you say that? McIver, she posted in the aftermath of this I'm sorry, I don't know what I just said. The way we were treated at Delaney Hall is almost unbelievable. ICE shoved me, manhandled Rep Bonnie, and arrested Baraka. They disrespected us and tried to stop us from conducting the oversight we're elected to do. But we'll never back down in our fight for what is right. We're just gonna play this very next clip. But y'all see the victim complex that's still going on here, right?
We will not take this. We will fight back. Fight back. Fight back. And as I close out, because I know we've been out here for a long time, and goddamn it, shut down the Senate. We are at war. Anytime a person can pay $250 million into a campaign and they be given full access to the Department of Treasury of the United
The big question that a lot of people are asking right now is, why wasn't she arrested? Further than that, Speaker Johnson, Egan Jagers wrote, Speaker Johnson needs to immediately vote to get on the House floor to expel Rep. Monica from Congress. Hold on. Oh, wow. This was supposed to go to another post in an official statement. Anywho, the House expelled George Santos, so we know it's possible to expel a member of Congress. The question is, does Speaker Johnson have the fortitude to do it? We cannot even get Speaker Johnson to do his job and defund the D.C. courts. Right away, there is such reasonable evidence she should be out. Besides, as I wrote elsewhere. Oh, no, I can't read the whole thing right now. But maybe when they get back from their 4-day weekend, even doubtful. So, accountability seems to be, in terms of it happening, people aren't too enthusiastic about it. Anywho, DHS Assistant Secretary for Public Affairs, Trisha ends the careers of Mayor Baraka and McIver and Rep. Mendez for their violent assault on the ICE facility in New Jersey on Friday.
Thanks, Victor, for having me. I'm glad I can be here to actually give viewers the facts. What happened that these members of Congress, including the mayor as well, and a mob of protesters, as there was a bus full of detainees going through the gate, they stormed the gate and actually entered the first security checkpoint. This put law enforcement at risk, and this actually put the detainees as well at risk. If any official, including these members of Congress, want to enter the facility and take a tour, DHS is more than accommodating. But just because you're a member of Congress does not mean you can break the law, trespass, put law enforcement at risk, and storm the detention facility. I have yet to hear anyone on this network actually talk about who is in this detention facility. There are members of MS-13, known terrorists, murderers, child rapists. There are some of the worst in this detention facility, and I'm still very confused why these Democrats are so hell-bent on getting these heinous actors out of this facility when we have the proper permitting. And actually, in that press conference, those members of Congress actually noted the great conditions of this facility that our ICE enforcement officers so bravely operate.
So, man. Trisha just went. I'm telling y'all, this is just what we voted for, man. Arrest all of them. But in terms of what took place in New Jersey, they must be prosecuted. This is the route the Democrats chose to take, and, you know, they supposed to be law enforcers, not law breakers, but here we are. Y'all be safe. Please go check on somebody today and quite literally be saving their life. Keep God first.